I couldn't believe my eyes. When I first spotted the cat, it immediately ran away as soon as it saw me. But its pitiful cries caught my attention. Looking closely, I realized its hind legs were broken, perhaps the result of a terrible injury, with no one to care for it. Its cries were filled with despair, echoing its pain and loneliness. I brought some food, trying to coax it closer. Slowly, with patience and gentle persistence, the cat began to trust me. In that moment, I made up my mind to take it home, to rescue it and give it the care it so desperately needed. Rescuing, helping, and caring for poor, vulnerable animals are truly meaningful acts that deserve recognition and praise.
在哪？小心点，这样抓护脖梗子，对，往上拎，好。
别动，拉开我就行了。
These kittens were abandoned by their owner, left in a thin, cold bag. As we approached, we discovered 6 tiny, helpless kittens. They were likely just 2 days old, crying out from hunger. And do you know what happened next? Everyone around wanted to adopt these little ones. They cradled the kittens gently, stroking them softly, each person taking one into their care. It was a heartwarming moment, filled with kindness and hope. Don't you agree? Let me know your thoughts in the comments. I happened to see 2 kittens huddled in a dark corner, looking pitiful. One kitten looked weak and timid when others approached, while the other was aggressive and kept attacking. Looking at the way the 2 kittens devoured each bite, it was obvious that they had been hungry for a long time. After eating their fill, the man gently took out a towel to wipe their dirty bodies. The doctors gave the kittens a thorough checkup, gave them injections, and took care of them. When their health was more stable, he brought both kittens home. After bathing them, he gently dried them with a soft towel, then prepared a warm cage for them to rest. A newborn kitten was abandoned on the side of the road. Fortunately, a kind brother discovered it in time. Not far away, a skinny mother cat was wandering around, probably its mother, but the mother cat appeared very scared when approached. Perhaps due to her instinct to protect her children, the mother cat was always vigilant, not letting anyone get close. The brother realized that the mother cat was in a state of exhaustion, severely malnourished, making it difficult to take care of the kittens. Surprisingly, while searching for more kittens near that area, he discovered 2 more kittens, both weak and in need of help. He decided to adopt this whole family, bring them home and create a safe, warm environment for them to receive adequate care. In the new environment, the mother cat still appeared reserved, sometimes growling to protect her children. But with patience, love, and attentive care, the mother cat gradually became familiar with and trusted humans. An emergency situation occurred. On the icy road, I found a small cat lying motionless, almost lifeless. I quickly brought it home. As soon as I arrived, I used warm water to warm its body, and at the same time performed artificial respiration. The rescue operations were repeated continuously in despair mixed with hope. Every second that passed seemed endless, but I kept trying. Then the magical moment came. The weak cat moved slightly, its closed eyes gradually opened. It had overcome the gates of death, carrying within it an unexpectedly strong will. I patted it, gently gave it some milk to revive it. Over the next 3 days, the cat gradually recovered, from a weak creature with no more vitality to a healthy cat, able to eat and walk on its own. Watching it take its first confident steps, my heart was filled with happiness. Once again, I understand that life always contains extraordinary power, and sometimes with just a little love, we can do miracles. A heartbreaking scene appeared. The mother cat was holding a newborn kitten in her mouth, trying to protect it from the surrounding dangers. The weak cries of the kittens echoed in the cold space. He quickly looked into the pipe and discovered a heartbreaking truth. Not just one but 4 small, skinny kittens were shivering inside. The mother cat's eyes, both tired and pleading, seemed to say, "Please help us." But the mother cat, seemingly realizing his good intentions, took the initiative to step into the box, her eyes full of trust. To make the cats feel secure, he prepared a small nest, keeping them warm and allowing the mother cat to take care of her children. The kittens, after feeling safe, began to crawl towards their mother, seeking shelter. A breathtaking rescue. Receiving the news, the rescue team rushed to the scene. A small cat was stuck in a narrow sewer pipe. A weak cry rang out from deep inside like a desperate cry for help. We tried everything, but the pipe was too small to directly access. The idea of pumping water to push the cat out was proposed. After hours of tension, the small cat was finally pulled out, its body trembling but still alive. Happiness exploded when we saw it was still breathing. The cat was immediately taken to the care center, where it will be restored with love. On the deserted road, the thin, weak mother cat, holding 2 newborn kittens, approached me. Her eyes seemed to beg, conveying her last hope. Without hesitation, she placed her little babies in my arms, as if wishing for a miracle. I fed the mother cat. She ate greedily as if she had been hungry for a long time. After only a few days, the health of the mother cat and her kittens gradually recovered. The weak cries were now replaced by lively sounds. I prepared a safe home for them, witnessing the mother cat's eyes now filled with gratitude. It was a moment that warmed my heart strangely. A small belief led to a miracle. On my way to work, I came across 2 skinny, sickly kittens, their cries weak as if they had been abandoned for a long time. Their pitiful situation made me unable to ignore them. Even more heartbreaking, the 2 other kittens lying nearby had passed away. I gently buried them, sending them a heartbreaking farewell. After taking the 2 kittens for a health check, I decided to bring them home. I cleaned them, prepared food, and watched them eat deliciously, my heart filled with joy. It seemed that in their weak eyes, I saw a new ray of hope beginning to flicker. If you don't love me enough, please don't abandon me. I happened to come across a kitten, its small body covered in thick paint, its fermented, its health so exhausted that it was almost immobile. I immediately brought it to the center, started giving it IV fluids and intensive care. I stroked it little by little, trying to comfort it. When it started to react slightly, I gently used a straw to transfer milk drop by drop into its mouth. The dull eyes gradually brightened, shining with a bit of trust and gratitude. After only 2 days, the little kitten gradually recovered, eating and drinking on its own. Seeing life return to its eyes, I suddenly understood that a little love can change the life of a small creature. Do you believe in the gratitude of a cat? This stray cat was taken care of by a kind woman every day. Even though it was just a few simple pieces of food, she never chased it away or was cold towards it. But few people expected that this little cat would find a way to repay the favor in a surprising way. Every day, it quietly went to the nearby construction site, looking for and bringing back pairs of gloves. When discovered, it immediately ran to the back of the woman's house. At first, she was quite confused when she saw so many pairs of gloves piled up in front of the door. After being told by everyone around her, she couldn't help but be surprised to know that this cat was a lovely thief. For the cat, it was its way of showing gratitude, bringing back to the person who raised it something it thought was useful. A sincere and touching gift of gratitude from a grateful cat.